What's going on, guys? And no, you don't have to adjust your eyeballs. The white background is back. It's mostly because we have a very dark colored Gundam to look at today. And it is, of course, the Iron-Blooded Orphans Gecko Gundam Vual. And yes, I'm going to say it that way the entire time. But here we have the Vual on the front with all its thrusters happening. You've got some weird old businessman guy looking over there. And Bandai 2017 there. I'm glad to love ones there. Barbatos kind of hiding off in the corner there. What is clearly Astaroth's machine gun here, and then an Astaroth arm over there. So, you know, this guy actually did whip the crap out of Astaroth, which I believe is unfair because he's already using most of his parts. Yeah. So, come over here to the obligatory rear shot. See if I can get some light in this situation here. So you got obligatory rear shot, so the mining hammer is mountable on the side armor. Cool. You got a front shot. He's actually holding the hammer instead of it being side mounted. And you've got enjoy creating impressive pose by using its whole body structure. That's the thing it always says. Distinctive armaments such as the mining hammer and shields mounted on each side are reproduced. Arms and legs are formed asymmetrically. The backpack is replaceable. Sure. First appearance in manga can be reproduced with the glaive. So apparently it had a glaive. Who knew? Evil face design is reproduced. It just has an evil face. And come around to the side, you got number 37 in the line, you got VUAALL, and then BandaiHobby.net. And the customized corner with, you know, all kinds of stuff can be plugged on here because it's a Gundam from this series. There it is with a very big full city rifle. Cool. And a backpack from the ground type grays, and then Bandai Hobby GT. And 3-year-olds usually get beat up by VUAALL. Don't, you know, allow them near it. 1,400 yen. Polybag dude. Illustration is by Koma. Finish work is by Saito Yoshinobu. It's really beautiful. However, still upside down. Yep. And just for those who are curious, the black sheet is up there. It's also why the lighting is a little bit weird today. No outside lighting. But, you know, I had to go ahead and finish this as it's, you know, one of the final builds of 2019. So, let's get to it. And it's turntable time. So, guys, of course, you should have watched this on the Brews and Sprues Black Friday episode where I built this incredibly dark Gundam. And I believe this is about as black as a Gundam gets. Like, I really honestly don't believe they get any blacker than this. So, there's that. Like any other IBO Gundam, fairly easy build. And some interesting color layout, like the purple and all that. And the stickers, as I discussed during the live stream, actually aren't too terrible, even given what they have to do. There's a few things that really kind of annoyed me along the way, and I'll cover that later. But what's funny is how similar this review is going to be to the previous one with the Astaroth. Well, because this guy uses a whole lot of Astaroth parts. Yeah. Alright, so begins probably one of the more difficult reviews, just because this Gundam is so black.
If not, I'll take it blackety black. Filled with blackness, devoid of all light. Think of the blackest thing you can imagine and double that blackness and take a black magic marker and fill in the gaps and put that into a black rocket ship and shoot that into the depths of black space and close your eyes and use that as a reference.
Now he does come equipped with many weapons, including his dual butter knife of doom, or glaive, if you want to call it that. And yeah, it just looks like that. Nothing super special. Kind of reminds me of the dragon control staff that Hiccup's mom uses in How to Train Your Dragon 2. You know, got some holes in it, kind of serrated edge. And I do have him using the lance holding hand for that, or the tilted hand, which you could totally use for that. You don't have to, I just did. Now he does have his normal holding hand, which is not laying right here conveniently. I wish it was. because then it'd be great. Also convenient. So we'll move the glaive away. As far as I know, there's no like weapon holding for the glaive. But you do also have his big old mining hammer. So we got a demolition knife and we have a mining hammer. So this is what was used more than likely to smash the crap out of the Astaroth. In fact, let me just move that out of the way so I can actually... There we go. And it's pretty cool. It's got a big old, like, smashy end. Definitely looks like a meat tenderizer. Got a hose there for some reason, so guessing it probably emits some fire or something. I don't know. And then just some cool details. I kind of dig it. I missed a nub down here. And it is just a couple pieces slapped together. No big deal. And it does just clip in right there, as you do. And of course, the angled holding hand is probably the preferred one for this. I actually kind of knew that was going to happen. Get it in there, like so. Though this hand doesn't really hold it very tight. Not a whole lot of friction. As you can tell, it just sort of spins freely. But you can get it with a pretty intimidating pose. Although, I will say, just having it in the clip there is pretty fun. I'm just going to pop that out so I don't have to keep fighting it for now. You do get the really cool shoulder-mounted shield, which I love this. This sticker is actually really nice. I like that kind of titanium finish. It's not quite silver, not quite gunmetal. I say titanium, it's probably closer to something else. Nickel-ish. And it is just mounted on the same kind of hinge right up there, and it does rotate, and you do get all the stickers fitted to it on the inside, which, yeah, totally not offensive. They fit really nice, and if you actually push the things in to get some depth to them, it's pretty good. Though you do have to stand him pretty carefully there. So instead of building it up like I normally do, I'm actually stripping it down. It's kind of funny. And you do get his nice round shield of shieldiness. I like it. Very reminiscent of Tall Geese. And as I kind of discussed in a live stream, it'd be interesting if somebody would do a Tall Geese build for this. I like the way he does actually hold it in his hand and it clips to the forearm, but not in a standard form, which I think is interesting. So you can pull that off. I don't believe it rotates. It does. It's stiff. Okay, yeah. It was hung up on the arm, so it does rotate a little bit. And yeah, I did just totally yoink the hand there, but it is what it is. Let's see if I can unplug my little guy. Now, there's no hinge or anything there. It is just plugged in, but that's pretty cool. And you do get standard normal holding hand for the left side. I do think it comes with an angled hand as well, because it's based off the Astaroth kit for the most part, so I think it'll come with that. But other than that, I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot of other gimmicks. He does have this connection, which I brought up, so this is actually the connector that connects the Ahab reactor directly to the gamma nanolaminate sword. However, he doesn't have that. So this guy really is made up of a bunch of Astaroth parts. So this shoulder, straight up Astaroth origin. Chest, straight up Astaroth origin. Astaroth origin, Astaroth origin, Astaroth origin, Astaroth origin. Astaroth origin, Astaroth origin, and, you know, Astaroth origin, and some Astaroth origin. So the backpack is interesting in the fact that it does have a little bit of a hinge to it, but you can also unplug it, plug it back in on a different tab, and get this look. For some reason. That's definitely a for some reason type situation. This new shoulder pad is pretty cool. It's a bit Zaku-like. I mean, you got the extra nubs here, here, and here. That's straight up like a Zaku. It's very interesting. I did seamline the shoulder. However, I did forget to sand it down after the fact, so it does need to be sanded and polished a little bit. I like the color separation here for the chest bits. That's actually really nice. We come up to the head. You actually get color separation with that purple bit and the different layered helmet parts, including the white chin, which is interesting. He does have the 4 eyes so that you know he's evil. And the big horns. Normal Gundam articulation. Double ball jointed neck. Up swinging arms. Rotates. Can turn there. Single jointed ridiculous elbow for a high Astaroth. Hi, my name is VUAALL. That's the way he talks. The only thing is, the torso doesn't hinge very well because of the way it's constructed. It's actually pretty much solid. So, no torso lean. I can live with that. Rotation, flippy floppy. Side skirts with big old holes. Totally can do Jean-Claude. Can do chorus line. Double jointed knee. Gives you a big old knee pauldron right in the face. Especially with that thruster. Just knock the crap out of somebody. That'd be fun. I did not put the really crappy sticker on there because, well, didn't want to. You do get the normal ankle articulation down here. Though with these feet, you can see right here, that's split. So they have this part is a separate piece from that part, and then you have to cram that on there, and I could not get them to fit properly. And then you have this kind of ugly-ish wraparound sticker, and of course, yes, you could paint that. Probably with my favorite dark gray ever. Or maybe something else. I don't know. Had somebody ask earlier what my favorite dark gray ever is. I need to add that to the about section. So I'm going to start answering questions that you guys always have and just leave them in the about section. So like the, why do the boxes always end upside down? What is the favorite dark gray ever? Dumb things like that. Let's see here. I want to put this in this hand so that it's doing this number. Now the thing is, with that hand, you can't also like point the weapon with the other hand. I don't believe. It doesn't seem like it would want to lend itself to that. Let me see if I can find the other hand. So, as many of you surmised, there actually wasn't another one of those hands. So, you would just have to make this work. I really wanted them to dual handle the hammer, but it is what it is. So, I guess what we need to do now is bring out some comparisons, huh? Because he is from this particular series. So, what we'll do now, back it up, go like that. And we'll bring out the original Astaroth that he beat down. You can see in this case, there's not a lot of similarities. There's no shared parts. Because this part, this Astaroth, is just made up of different bits. And then we'll bring out the boy from last time, who honestly is having a hard time. He already fell to the floor. Okay. And you can see same chest, same shoulder, same crotch, same side skirt, same back skirt, same front of the feet, but not the back of the feet, same weird back of the leg there. But other than that, not a lot of shared parts. Also, by the way, he has a completely unarmored left arm, which is interesting. And last but not least, the one he clearly scavenged parts from, the red boy. So, almost everything, and I say almost, from the waist down is from this guy. You've got different kneecaps, but that's about it. Same thighs, same lower legs, same back of the legs, same feet, same arm, even with that connection, same shoulder. Backpack is modified from this version, but you can see it's the same design, very similar mold, stuff like that. And of course, the same chest. But, presumably at some point there was a lot of Gundam armor that wasn't like individual, like some probably were really similar. But in this case, it even states that, it was built up of a lot of Astaroth parts. And of course, the guy piloting it, kind of an asshole, from what I could tell. But, yeah. So, as it goes, we'll just bring in the whole family. So we get 3 Astaroths and a Vual. And if you want to, if you're so inclined, given all of the spare parts that these 3 come with, you can make some cool stuff happen. It's even got some bits that you could almost make this version of the head. The shoulders are the same, so between these 2, you could build up some cool dual mounted shoulders. You could probably make a leg or 2 happen, because his legs technically are almost the same side to side. So you're pretty close there. But, you know, I do like the new shield and the other new shield. Like this, like as you can tell with my Astaroth, I removed a lot of the excess crap that was bothering me. So the excess crap, as it were, works better on the Vual. 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 It's a Vual. How dare you call it anything but Vual? I'm just saying Vual because I like the word Vual. So we've got a few of the demons. And this one, of course, is just from the side story, unfortunately. See, one thing I was hoping is that you didn't have to put that in a hand to make use of it. But I like it. It really does give you an old school arm shield feel to it. I dig that. Though I'm having issues with these shoulders 100% cooperating the way I want. But overall, Vual is good. Except for the looseness of the handle of the hammer. And I don't know if the dual butter knife is a better weapon than a big old smashy hammer, but you know. And of course, given that we've had other Gundams that also use really big hammers, you know, we got that. Now, if I were so inclined, I would pull out all of the Gundams from this series. But I'm not that inclined, if I'm totally honest with you. But, as it goes, Vual's cool. I like the colors. As for like the first really solid, mostly solid black Gundam we've gotten, I digs it. Now, Deathside has a lot of black, but a lot of white as well, or at least a light gray, depending on that. This guy is almost entirely black. Now, I don't know offhand, other than maybe like Psycho Gundam that has a ton of black on it. And of course, Banshee is actually like navy colored or Titan's blue. I don't have anything that's considered an actual Gundam in my collection that's black, aside from this guy. So if you can think of anything else, or if you're going to hit up the wiki, probably, just let me know. I do think it'd be interesting in different scales. I wish there was more original design to him. Like, the shield is cool. I like the big knobby knees and the shoulder. I wouldn't mind another one to really make it symmetrical, so you get, you know, the actual shoulders matching and stuff like that. And of course, that's like the big thing with Astaroth and this guy, trying to build a complete version, so to speak. It even wouldn't look bad with two of the bare arms, or even having two of these leg thrusters to make it more Origin-esque. But this guy could also do with the cool wing cannons from Origin. You know, actually give him a flight mode. That would look pretty sick. So, you know, it begs to be customized, and with the sandbox that is the IBO Gundam frame, some coolness could come out of it. But let me know what you guys think, and of course, give me a big old thumbs up down there. And of course, the return of the white background that I've thoroughly had to lint roll to get all the black fuzz off of. And of course, go ahead and hit that subscribers button if you are new to the channel, and if you want to help support everything, because tomorrow, as of filming this, is when we find out what exactly YouTube is going to do to us in 2020. But stick around. There's going to be, at minimum, one more build for the year. And as of right now, I don't know what it is, but I do have something cool coming that might get completed in time. But we shall see. But until then, guys, this has been what is essentially the final Gundam from IBO, until we inevitably get something else. I'll catch you on the next one, and remember, as always, to keep on building.